Yo, what's up? So it's been a while since I made a video for my job. I've been making these little planters here. Instead of just putting flowers in there, just like bog standard, decided that I'd make a little garden out of them. Since I'm in Japan, it was only fitting that I put some Pokemon inside. Started off this Torterra here, this little stone garden. I wasn't satisfied, so I took myself to a book off or hobby off. It's like a second-hand shop. Got a bunch of these little figures here, pretty cheap, not too bad. And here we have some ice trailers. So I use these mostly because they're all around the house. They grow pretty quick and they don't need much care. You can already see how long the roots are on these. So here we are. I forgot to do like a before video, but this plant was growing natively there. This plant here was growing here by itself, and there's a little baby one there. And we got some more of these trailers. Not doing too healthy. It looked pretty good from the get-go, and I bought some extra plants. Never ended up using this one. I'm trying to grow this one and make it a bit bigger. And I've got this pink plant and a few little succulents. And then this is like a little banana vine plant, I think it's called. Just looks like little bananas coming off of it. I was hanging those over the edge. And then this is me trying to plant this with one hand whilst filming. I promise I took more care. But this is what the banana vines look like. So we've got all these guys. I want to make a little pool for when I make...
What's his name? Snorkel?
Snore?
What's his name?
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
So, Poliwhirl, Squirtle, Blossom, Caterpie, Metapod, forget your name, Oddish, and Heracross. And here we are, that's halfway through. Decided a Metapod looked good in this little forest here. These ice trailers. The core was kind of thick. Kind of look like little trees, and they've got the pink plant there. Planted this one with the pink leaves to the side just to balance out the colour. A few more of these ice trailers. Yeah. Banana vines hanging over the edge. Kind of densed it up a little bit. Got the baby one growing next to it. Hopefully that does well and survives. Added Caterpie to keep Metapod company. Some Viridian forest vibes. Little pink flower on top. Not looking too bad. Here they are. Quite liked the different levels of the terrain in this bit. So when I try to carry over into the next ones, instead of having it just flat, I gave it a nice bit of depth to it. Those two just hanging out. And then in the other pot, there we go, the pink plant. A few more of the ice trailers just to fill in some space. Then I got a bit funky with the stones and made a little succulent garden. So Oddish is in Japanese, Oddish is called Wazukusa, I think, which is like weird grass. So I thought it was fitting having this disguised in this little succulent garden, just hanging out. Had a lot of fun with it. So I decided I needed to make some more. Headed back down to Viva Home. Bought myself a rosemary plant. And this succulent. See, there's a really big variety. And I had fun with the stones last time, so I found this bit here and decided to buy some to get a bit more decorative. Some black sand and then some mixed stones there. Went to a flea market, but these guys were selling way too much, so I didn't bother buying anymore. So I got the original batch. This is a rough before. I kept forgetting to do before and after videos. You know, I'm a very busy man. I forget how to do these videos properly. As you can see, the soil's really coarse. Everything's dead inside. Not too good, but some of the plants that was already in the planter looked pretty cool. So I wanted to maintain this kind of swampy look. So started off with breaking down the soil, kind of freshen it up a little bit. Here, basically what I'm doing is trying to flip the plant around inside the soil. It was only then did I realize I could have just flipped the whole plant around and it had the same process, but I have rearranged the trailer to hang over the other side. Decided this succulent would look good here. Preserve this little guy, move him over to the side, make space for this. Again, I know, it looks terrible. I'm manhandling these. Loosen up the soil it came in just to give the roots a chance to spread out. Press that in. I did a better job when I wasn't filming. So yeah, skip forward a little bit, put a little hair across there, did some decorating with the stones. Kind of like a poisonous kind of looking forest kind of thing I was going for. Thought it looked pretty good. Put the rosemary there to deter some pests and hopefully grow some herb. Pretty funky. I was thinking of a poison Pokemon or something a bit darker originally, but Heracross is what I had, and Heracross looked pretty good in there, so that's that one done. And I move on to the next one. The ice trailer I've bent over the side, and I started using this little grass kind of texture plant that we have. A lot of these growing, they do well by themselves. Added a few more trailers on the edge just to brighten it up and hopefully grow over and lean over the edge so you can see it from the outside of the building. And unfortunately I couldn't make a water feature because that attracts mosquitoes, so Squirtle here has got his own little rock garden. And there we go. I think they look quite pretty, not too bad. Here they are in action in the daytime. They're across chilling with his rosemary and his little poison forest. Squirtle on his little I wouldn't call it a zen garden, but he looks pretty chill. There's a rough before, and then some nice little pictures here for you. Metapod and Caterpie just chilling in a little Viridian forest. I really like this plant, but I forgot to find out what it is. I believe one of the other people at work at the share house I'm in decided to buy that. And there's our little succulent garden. Another angle of the succulent garden. And then slightly better before picture of the other planters. And now this is what they look like. Heracross posted up, hanging out. No, I had quite a lot of fun doing this. I want to get a bit more experimental and mess around a bit more. Started making some new ones, but I'm very busy lately, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, let me know, and I'll see you again soon. Much love. Bye bye.